All right. Hey, welcome everybody. We're going to have some fun today. So thanks for joining me. And on today's session, I'm titling it My Ad Account is Broken. How do I fix $200 CPMs and a pixel audit that's not working? So I want to basically share with everybody that um, it's not embarrassing because it's reality, but I've been running ads for a long time. And my ad account on this last campaign I'm running, I've been having problems with it. And I'm like, what in the heck is going on? I really haven't been able to figure it out. And I basically think I figured it out. The first thing I think I figured out is that Facebook's messing with my ad account. They don't like it. So like the last two or three different campaigns, I've run with it and through it. The CPMs have been off the charts. How do I know that? Because I would Google and ChatGPT and Perplex, and Claude, what's the average CPM for this industry on Facebook? And it would range between 30 to 60, $70. I'm getting 200 to 220, 250. And then they go, okay, what could be that problem? Well, there's three main things that could be that problem. One could be page load speed, meaning they're sending traffic to your site. People are clicking on a link click, and then the link click, they're not getting the website, and the pixel's not firing on the website. So let's say I'm getting 200 clicks, and only 50% of the people are seeing a landing page. That would be a 50% link click to a landing page view. And Facebook's like, that ain't good enough. We're going to penalize you for that. Okay, that's number one. Number two is the pixel wasn't firing right, right? Because again, if they click the link and they come to the website and the pixel doesn't fire saying, hey, they landed on the page, again, Facebook's going to see that, hey, I'm sending traffic to your website and the page isn't loading. So therefore, they're having a bad experience. So we're going to penalize you. And three could be this particular ad account just could be on some little hit list and be being throttled for some reason, one another. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I've done and exactly what I'm doing to fix this issue and take you through the process of working on a an account that needs to be fixed. So one of the things I need to do is I am going to mute all the guests, turn off the waiting room. I forgot to turn off the waiting room. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on today. And let me dive right in and kind of show you what's happening. Okay, let me share my screen, share screen. Let's do window. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. So the first thing is the funnel that I'm running traffic to that I've been having problems with is pocketofferplaybook.com. And if you don't have the Meta Pixel installed in Chrome as a Chrome extension, quit running ads, go get it. Then it takes you 5 minutes to go get it. Go get it and install it. And you click on a little button up here, and it opens up a sidebar, and it tells you if your pixel is firing. So it says a pixel was there, it's active, and there's actually two events firing. There's a page view event, and I'm going to show you how that came about. And there's a pop page view event, which is a custom event that I created specifically to test out optimizing for a pop page view event. So, and again, whenever we're working on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or any of these companies, the goal is that we are giving them the information back. We're saying, here's who we want to get, here's who we want to convert, here's who we want to attract to our website, here's the reporting mechanisms, and give me more of these people. And if we can't report back to Facebook or Meta or TikTok or Google, you can't report back, they're not going to know who to give you. Believe me, they have our customers. They know who they are. They know who's buying online, they know who's clicking on this, they know who's clicking on that, et cetera, et cetera. So if your pixels are not firing, you should not be running conversion ads. You should be running lead ads, lead form ads, maybe event ads, maybe call ads, or something different because you must have your pixels installed properly. Now, I'm using Launch CRM to deliver our pixels, and there's other more advanced ways to do that. But for this today, I'm using Launch CRM, and I'm going to show you what I did. Okay. So you can see the pixels are properly firing on that page. And then I'm going to go to the next page in the funnel. The next page in the funnel is the thank you page. So, and this is they're buying a $27 product here, right? And then when they buy, they're going to my one-time upsell, which is at this page. Okay, so on this page, we have to fire a pixel that says, hey, they bought and they were worth $27. So again, I'm going to click on my pixel helper, and it's going to say, hey, we found 3 events on this page. We found a page view event, which is typical. We would typically have a page view event on every page in the funnel. And then we have a purchase event, and I can click this down arrow key. It says purchase, and it says the value is $27. So that's great because now it's sending Facebook back the information that, hey, somebody bought and their value of this purchase was $27. And then again, I've got the pop page view pixel on this website as well. And I'm not sure I want that there. Okay, so I think I might go edit that because I think I only want the pop page view on the first page. I don't really need it there because then it will double report for my purposes. So let me go fix that real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going into my funnel, and Launch CRM, there's a few ways you can add pixels to your event. The best way is to click events, click add an event, and it'll bring you to a screen like this. And in here, I'm adding my pixel ID. I'm saying I want it throughout the whole funnel. I want to send the data via the conversion API. And here's my access token I got from within Facebook. And I want it to report on page view, on page content, initiate checkout, payment info, and on purchase. So everything, all the above. That's the easiest and best way to configure this. But in addition, you can put a pixel in the head tracker right here, which is where I put my pop page view pixel. See, it says track pop page view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this from here. I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to hit cut. Because when I put it here under the settings, that means it also is going to fire on every page in the funnel. So I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to go back to, I only want it on this first page. So now I'm going to hit edit the first page. And then under the first page, I can also add code to the header of the page. So once it loads, I will add the code up here on the top. There's a tracking code, and I'm going to add the code here. So now that pixel is going to be firing on the home page, but only on the home page. So I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to hit publish. So now I've put that code in there, I've published it, and boom, we're done. Now, because we're split testing, which is one of the things we all should be doing, is split testing. And you can see here, once it loads, come on, baby. We have our control, and I haven't turned my split test on yet, but I do have a split test set up. I haven't started yet. But now I'm going to have to go edit the split test page because, again, this is individual code for each page. So I'm coming over here, and I'll hit the code over here, and you can see that there was a hotjar on this page. I don't need hotjar anymore. So I'm going to put my page here. I'm going to hit delete, and I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to hit publish. So now that is going to show up on that page as well. So let me make publish happen one more time. Now, what I'll do now is I'll go back over here, and I'll hit refresh, and I'll look to see if that pop page view is gone. And you can see we have one event, page view, and it should be showing 2 events. It should be showing, let me hit refresh and let it load. Refresh. Because it should be showing on this page the purchase pixel, which is the most important pixel in this funnel. See, now for whatever reason, it's not firing. So this is a problem. This is a problem. Let me go back to page 1. And this is working right. So I got my pop page view and I got my page view. So for some reason, the purchase pixel is not working. So now I have to go troubleshoot. I can hit troubleshoot pixel here, which would take me to Facebook Events Manager, and I can do tests from here to figure out what's going on. So I get select the channel, website, confirm your website's events are set up correctly, and then I can get the URL here, and I can go paste it here. And I can hit test events, and it's going to load that page, and then it's going to take me back here. And I can see, again, the purchase pixel is not firing. So that's a challenge. I don't know why that is. And so again, I'm just telling you, this is the kind of stuff that has to be checked, because if that's not working, that's going to cause inappropriate reporting back to Facebook. So if I come back here and I go to my events, I see that, let me go to steps real quick. Steps. Now my second step, you can see I have a product here that they're buying. And on this page, they have a product that they're buying. Okay. So we have to troubleshoot why that's not firing. And again, I don't know why it's not firing. I do not understand it. And so what I've been doing is asking for help. And actually, I usually have somebody on my team that does this, but I'm like, I want to learn it, one, so I can teach it to you guys, but two, that it's so critical that I can't do things, I can't figure out things on my own. I love learning this stuff. And so I can take screenshots. I can ask Claude, hey, here's what's going on. Why isn't this working? I got this loaded here. And I really don't understand. So my best guess, here's my best guess, is when I hit edit this page, and I go here, see the purchase pixel is here, but I'm going to cut that purchase pixel, and I'm going to hit save, because I just realized that that was a duplication and that was a conflict. Because if I go back here to events, this should be firing a purchase pixel. So I should need to have a purchase pixel in HTML code, because I just added this. I want to go with this. So that's, I think I just solved the problem. Let's hope. So now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to hit refresh. And the purchase pixel is not happening. Now, the only thing I can think is the way the Launch CRM works, which is built on Go High Level, is if somebody buys and pays, then that purchase pixel is going to show up. If not, it's not going to show up. So, because I didn't actually pay, I'm just going to the web page. So I'm going to have to check with Go High Level and come back to that. So that's kind of part A. Part B is, and this is another really, really important part of this whole scenario, one of the things that we know is page load speed is really, really critical. So I'm going to copy that URL. And if you're getting clicks on your ads, and the people click on your link click, and they're not getting the pixel to fire on your page, Facebook thinks you're creating a bad situation for them, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Google and I'm gonna type in page load speed, and you're gonna see a couple places come up. You got page load speed insights, which is Google, and I can even, just to make sure, Google page load speed, right? So I'm gonna click on this second one, because Google's who I'm also concerned about, is that Google's page load speed is kind of, firing for me, right? So you can see here's their page, and I go analyze with page load speed, and then it brings me here, which actually was that first link. I just pop in my thing, my URL, and it's going to go and it's going to analyze the page load speed from Google's perspective. So if you're building pages, and let me show you this real quick. So on this page, I have a video, I got image, I got image, I got image, I got image, image, we got image, we got image, image, we got video, we've got image, image, we've got image, image again, we've got image, image, and we've got more stuff there. We've got another image, another image, another image, and that's another video, another image, 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 image. So all these images, if you're not 100% web optimized, then it's going to slow down your page load speed and crush your results from an advertising perspective. So it's really, really important. We look at our page load speed, and you can see on performance, I'm getting a 41 out of 100. And it's telling me what's going on here. And again, I can give this to the webmaster, and I can tell him what's going on and what it's doing and what it's doing wrong. And we want to get this. If the world is perfect, I need to get this up to 70. And again, if I go look on desktop, it's at 69. So it's more acceptable on desktop, but we know a lot of my traffic's mobile, so I have to work on my page load speed, and it's going to probably involve taking some of those images off and lowering the image count on the page, because you can see like this image right here is 386 kilobytes, and if it was optimized properly, it could get down. So actually, this is the total, and we should be able to get it down to 216, and so we save a little bit there. It's 77. These files are pretty optimized, but the point is we have to look at this stuff, and we have to do everything we can to lower this page load speed and optimize things to have really, really, really effective advertising. And I know this is stuff that no one wants to do, no one wants to talk about, no one wants this to happen, but it really is important, especially if you want to scale your ad spend and take it to a whole nother level. Okay. So again, for me, let me fix those things, right? And then turn my ads back on, because I'll tell you why I turn my ads off. Let's go in here and let's go look at this one. Look at this, 3% click-through rate, great, $6.68 a click. I can't make money at $6.68 a click. It's impossible. Can't do it. And then here, look at that CPM, $200. So if that was normal, if that was $50, that's four times more than this. I'm paying four times more than I should be. So that means I could divide this by four, and now my cost per click, or I can, I can. What would that be? So if I got four, I'm gonna get my calculator out. Calculator, 6.68 divided by four. That's $1.67 a click. Now I'm in the ballpark. Now I'm a little bit below industry benchmarks, and hopefully over time it's going to start optimizing. But you can't really optimize when you're only getting that many clicks and you're spending that kind of money to get that many clicks. So if you guys notice in your ads, if you're getting high cost per clicks, I want you to come down here and I want you to look at your CPM. And then I want you to take your CPM, and we're going to go to Claude. I use Claude or ChatGTP or Grok, whatever. But if I go to ChatGTP and I just say, hey, I'm advertising to digital marketers on Facebook and Instagram, and my CPM is running at $200 CPM. What is the average CPM for Facebook Meta ads targeting the digital marketing audience? Give me the best information you can give me. And I'm just asking ChatGTP that question. It's going to come in here and tell me instantly where that is, and it's very, very accurate, right? Because it knows all this information. So the average CPM across all industries is 10 to 20. US base is 18 to 25. Lead gen, SaaS audiences 30 to 80. Hyper targeted digital marketers 80 to 150. So it's saying it's more like 80 for me to 150, which seems high. And 200 CPM means extremely competitive, extremely narrow, low quality score, hard to convert. Okay, so you ask the AI these questions, and you're going to get some results and some information that's going to help you tune up your ads. But the real point is, do not run ads if you're way out of whack like this. Like I spent $100 waiting for it. I typically give things 3 days, $30 a day, $40 a day. I typically give them 3 days to try to fix things, because sometimes it's just bad for one day or bad for 2 days. But no, 3 days in a row, and I had that same issue on 4 different campaigns. Let's go look at one more, and then I'll open up for Q&A. Let's go down here to one more. Let's go to this one. 485 a click, 3.56 click-through rate, $111. CPM rate 172. So that's just still too high for me. It's too high. I can't make money at 485 a click, right? So I hope you guys didn't turn you off too much um, with all that technical jargon and stuff, but it's something you have to be concerned about, especially when you want to scale your ads, and especially when you really want to put a real ad budget and make real money. So, and then the other little thing too is if you do have these issues and you have like, I have no clue how to fix this, you can go to Fiverr, Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and you typically can find somebody to help you troubleshoot it for 10 to 20 bucks. There's just hundreds of people all over the world that are experts at this stuff, and they'll know how to do that for you. So if you have any questions, please put it in the comment box. Let me know if you have a question or you have something you want me to look at your ad account, your web page, your landing page. I'm here for that. And then if not, we'll wrap it up and get back to work. Anybody? And comment in the box if you hear me. Okay. I don't see any questions coming in the comment box. So last call for questions. What were you wondering, Bethany? And you can unmute yourself if you want.
I was going to say it's probably easier to unmute. Last week you showed I don't know if it was an agent or I think it was agent response or result for how you find out what people in a certain industry are saying.
Oh yeah, the voice of the customer.
Yes. Do
Yeah.
you share that?
Yeah. So let me share my screen real quick again.
I assume it was a prompt or an
Yeah.
agent.
I'm going to show you. It's real simple. It's really, really very simple.
Thank you.
Share screen. Yeah, no, it's very valuable. I'll show you what I just did.
That's awesome.
Okay. So one of the things that Bethany was asking about is I'm really, really big on the voice of the customer and trying to create ads and landing pages and emails and everything that are in the voice of my customer. So I'm going to go to projects. I'm in Claude, and I'm going to go to who did I do this for recently? Oh, I know who did it for. I did it for Dr. Sanjay. Dr. Sanjay. So I've organized everything into projects. And I see it says voice of customer research. So the first thing I had my client do is I had them put together a product context document. A product context document, basically a document that tells me every single thing about that product, the price of it, what it does, the end result, how I deliver it, how how it looks, where it's how everything about it. Like it just and this document I think was like 6 pages about this document. So then I went in and I went. I'll show you how you turn this on. I turned on the research tab of Claude. I said, okay, now I want you to review the U360 document that we put into the document files. We want to do some deep research on Reddit, YouTube, Facebook groups, and anywhere and everywhere on the internet where people might be talking about their health and wellness and how this program might serve their needs. We can help find we can help find the voice of the customer. See, and again, I talk into it sometimes. When I talk to it, it doesn't pick it up right. But we want to help find the voice of the customer to market this program. Let me know if you have any questions before you start. And then it said, let me dive into the document, which it did. And it says your voice of customer report for his member is ready. So what I did is I go back over here to Dr. Sanjay. I do click, and then I do research. See that little research tab right there? That little research tab, instead of just taking a minute to get you, it'll take 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes. Now, the other thing you could do, even make it better, is if I said over here, I said, I would like to create a real formal prompt that we can give to various AI tools, Claude, ChatGPT, Grok, etc., that helps find the voice of the customer based on me telling you what the product is. And I'm going to give you everything about the product, what the product is, and maybe even about what the business is. But then I need you to ask me questions, where to search, where to hunt, where to find, so we can then do some deep research and find the voice of the customer. What are they saying in YouTube channels? What are they saying in groups? What are they saying in Reddit boards? I want to know the exact words they're using. So please give me the perfect prompt that's detailed prompt so I can use it over and over again. So you go to any AI and do something like that with any topic, right? And hit go, and it's going to go create me a prompt that's kind of better. But now, see, my system is so well trained on what I've done. I've used really good prompts in the past. So when I talk to it about voice of customer, it knows exactly what I'm talking about. But a good voice of the customer, it should ask you stuff like, what YouTube channels does your ideal customer follow? What Pinterest boards does your ideal customer follow? What Facebook groups might they be involved with? So again, as an example, some of the audience I go after, they follow Alex Hormozy, they follow Russell Brunson, they follow Digital Marketer. And I say, okay, now go find all the Facebook groups, all the YouTube channels, all the Reddit boards that are tied to these guys, and look in those conversations to help me create the voice of the customer. So that's kind of how you do that. And then while that's doing that, I'm going to come back to, I'm going to go back here and let me show you the results it gave. So it's really remarkable. Um, the research synthesizes the voice of customer language from the preventive health, longevity, functional medicine, and over 50 wellness communities. Direct from Reddit forums, scraping contained during this run. So verbatim phrases below are presented as representative language patterns consistently observed across functional medicine, longevity, ask docs over 50, cardiology, intermittent fasting, Peter Attia, biohackers, lose it, insurance. You get the point, right? It went and found all that stuff for me and based on the information I have in my project, right? And then so the picture emerges as extraordinarily favorable for the $17 a month physician-led membership that the audience is large. So he's got a $17 a month membership. I'm like, how do I market it? What do I say? The direct quotes and phrases, exact customer language on feeling rushed and unseen by traditional doctors. I got 7 minutes worth of my doctor, and he didn't even look up from the computer. 15 minutes once a year is not health care, it's a billing event. I love that. She literally had her hand on the doorknob the whole time. He told me my labs were fine and walked out. They're not fine. My LDL is 160. I'm a number to them. Next patient, next patient, next patient. So see, these are the exact words that people are typing in forums, in groups, in YouTube channels, in comments. So if I create ads that use these exact words, then my ideal client is going to go, dude, he's talking to me. What has he got to say? Right? So this is why this is so critical. And I can take these words and these documents, I can throw it into and I actually need to do this. Let me do this. So I'm going to hit copy. And I'm going to go back to, I need to go back. And I'm going to do Dr. Sanjay new thing. And I'm going to say, please take this voice of customer and run it through my 32 ad archetypes and help me create some ad copy based on the voice of the customer. So now I'm going to take that. I'm going to paste the voice of customer. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to get my 32 ad archetypes. And I'm going to go to, I have a little folder, all ICPs and frameworks. I'm going to go to Pocket Offer Playbook, and I'm going to go to my 32 ad archetypes. Is it here? No, it's not there. It's here. And it's 32 Pocket Offer archetypes. And actually, you know what I want to do? Hold on. I'm doing this in the wrong place. I use Manus for this because Manus will create images for me. Oops. Manis, Manus. So I go into my Manus account and I'm going to paste, please take the voice of customer. And then I'm going to go back to Claude. I need to copy this. Look at all that data on the voice of customer. Is that amazing? What? Yeah, no, it's incredible. and just all kinds of citations. So I'll paste that here, and then I have a thing here, skill here. So I'm going to do plus my add multiplier, and then I'm going to go use a couple of these photos. So I want to give a couple photos of Dr. Sanjay. Hold on, come on. Let me upload, okay. And then I'm going to go to clients, and then I'll go to Dr. Sanjay, and I'll put in, oh, I've got this partner of his, or no, she's not involved in this one. I'll put him and him and him, or wait, those three. My computer, these dang PCs, I got to reboot. It's like it's just acting up. It's not even working.
I do too much at once and it does that.
I want to get my slash skill in the beginning of this prompt. Do things right. And then I'm just going to say, use the pictures of Dr. Sanjay a few of the times, but not all the time. Because sometimes it'll take these pictures and put them in every ad, but I don't need it. And then I'm going to say, and keep the headlines only. I don't want a lot of words on these ads. And I'm going to hit go. And now my little robot agent skill that I created is going to run off and create a bunch of ads. It'll create a minimum of 10, and it might even ask me if I want 30, but it'll create a bunch of ads for me. Got it. I'll read the skill in content files first, and it's reading the skill, and it's looking at the text documents, it's figuring out the stuff, it's reading my 32 ad archetypes, and it's going to come back and do that. So I'm going to let that go. And just for those of you who haven't seen these, I ran these last week for one of my clients, Lewis Herms, who's running for governor. How do I see his? Here they are. Let me go. It's just remarkable how good these ads are. So these are ads doing the same exact type of thing. Oops. This UI on this, man, I hate it. I can never figure out how to use it. But look at these ads it created. They said he could not win. They said the same thing about you, vote Lewis Herms. They locked up the deodorant. But they didn't lock up the criminals. Myth, your vote doesn't matter, right? All these ads were created by AI in minutes, just based on me giving them the right prompts and the right architects, the ad archetypes. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool
Wow.
stuff. Yeah. And those ads are really, really doing well, by the way. I'm running ads for them right now. Let me go back to, now because it's creating images, it does take a little bit longer. It'll take probably 15 minutes for this to finish, and I'll have some new ads to run for that particular program. So this is kind of the stuff that, as you kind of keep coming and keep getting in the world, get access to this stuff. And if you want access to that tool, you have to go to Pocket Offer Playbook, and you have to buy the Pocket Offer Playbook. Then you're gonna have to buy the upsell because it's part of my own. I put hundreds of hours creating this stuff, and it just makes it easy for you, and all the instructions. And there's a video course that goes with it too if you want that. PocketOfferPlaybook.com. So did that help, Bethany?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, last call for questions. I want to get back to work. I like to keep these things at 20 to 30 minutes. I see anybody else got any other comments or questions? Anybody who can hear me? It's hard for me to tell who's actually watching because I'm streaming in a few different places. All right, well, with that being said, I'm going to say thank you, everybody. Appreciate you, your business, and we'll see you next Thursday at 11 o'clock, same time, same place. Come with your questions, come with your landing pages, come with your ads. I'd be more than happy to do reports, audits, the whole works. So I want to help you get going. Matt, the replay is on youtube.com Launch Cart's YouTube channel under the live stream tab. You'll find it there, Matt. All right, thanks. Have a great day, everybody.